The views and opinions during this podcast do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the sponsors or executive producers. This program contains conversation, discussion, debate, which a truly free society would neither fear nor suppress. However, in some socially inept areas, certain religious fanatics and ultra-sensitive and extreme political affiliates violate your First Amendment rights by attempting to control what you watch, listen to, write, and speak. We feel that this is unconstitutional and un-American. And now we present the MKULTRASOUND podcast. Live from Studio Diablo in Chicago, Illinois, this is MKULTRASOUND.
Get with the countdown.
I speak jive.
Forget it, man. Blast off for Kicksville. Shake this square world. Blast off for Kicksville.
I speak jive.
Forget it, man. Get with the countdown.
I speak jive.
Forget it, man. Blast off for Kicksville. Shake this square world. Blast off for Kicksville.
I speak jive.
Forget it, man.
Okay, all kinds of technical difficulties here today on MK Ultrasound podcast. Yvette Leary is back, at least for a few weeks. So I'm happy about that because I spent half of last week very depressed and not knowing what to do. And then I had it all scheduled for Nick Huffman to be on the phone with us today. And I can't reach him, and he had a lot of good, interesting things to talk about. Not good. You know, he's a little bit pissed off like we're getting.
Yeah.
And, I mean, at least I'm still working, but when you moved here 2 months ago, you haven't been able to work because nothing's open. So, I'm happy to have you back. It's hot today. We had floods all over Chicago last week. Lower Wacker Drive was flooded. Sears Tower, or the Willis Tower bottom was flooded, and they had no power in the whole building for a few days. So it's been messed up here, and we're still on quarantine. And actually, you know, we had this for the first time in a while.
You've got mail. And now it's time for listener mail. We want to hear from you. Email us at podcast@mkultramagazine.com. You've got mail.
Got an email yesterday after I announced that Nick Huffman was going to be on the show to talk about the state of bars, live venues, and bands in the age of the COVID-19 stay-at-home Illinois order. And Jason Kensky in the Detroit area wrote, "Can't wait to hear Nick's take on things." Well, neither can we.
Yeah. Wake up, Nick. Where are you?
Dude, if you call, I could just take your call, but I don't know what's going to happen here. I've had some problems with the Roadcaster today with one of the channels that actually plays all the songs and things that we do. So, I don't know. We have some other stuff to talk about. It's been happy birthday to Cynthia Plastercaster.
Happy birthday.
She's a Chicagoan, very famous for doing plaster casts of rock stars' genitalia. And even though Gene Simmons wrote a song about it, she never did his. She did She did Martin Atkins.
Oh, really?
She did. I got a list of them here. She did. Jimi Hendrix was the first. She's done Chris Conley. This list is just ridiculous. Yeah, Chris Conley, Martin Atkins. There's a couple of people we know. There's Martin's name. David Yao from Jesus Lizard. And you could see, actually, the Chicago Homeboys. I met her through the Romantics.
Really?
Yeah, and I was just playing a lot of them this week. And we were hanging out backstage when they played, along with Adam Beckford's band, the Lust Killers. This would have been like 2004. And I got to hang out with the Romantics for the first time. I'm a huge fucking fan. And then there's Cynthia Plastercaster. And I said, "How do you know? We've known her for years." Like, that's a trip. And then she also used to hang out at Club Foot.
Really?
Yeah, Chuck's Bar.
Oh, wow.
I had drinks with her there one night. But,
Wow.
So what's up, Yvette?
Gosh, Alex, you know,
What do you do for fun?
Jeez, like what? Like gain weight?
Me too.
I think that's just like the epitome of like all of us, except for if you're really on a strict program, and you have the the right food and diet, restrictions, and like can work out and do all this kind of stuff. But a lot of us have a hard, time without a gym. And
they said 2 weeks at first. It's been 2 months. going into 3.
No.
But they said 2 weeks, and then after
No, but I got here the beginning of March. So, and then it started to land. So it's been March, April, now May. It's been like 3 months of this, right?
It was March 15th after our show that they
And like I
locked
said, it's I do not deny that, we do have concerns about the virus, about, how it is affecting people and it's hurting people. But at the same time, we have got to learn to move forward, and we have got to adjust in some way, shape, or form to this. We can't just be locked down for like a year and like not have a life, It's, so yeah, it's just frustrating because, and again, it's like all these false start-stops,
Well, like I said, they said 2 weeks, so I ate comfort food. I think no big deal. It's biking season. I'm going to be able to bike to work.
Of course.
10 hours,
right?
10 miles each way. And then it's just like, fuck. And I talked to my bosses. Well, so the state is loosening up on the 29th. So it's a week from last Friday. So 5 more days. But then our ultimate, wonderful Lori Lightfoot mayor said, not Chicago. We're not ready. And she said maybe into June. And even into June, no bars, no live venues, no live music, no lakefront. She's like opening all the parks west of Lakeshore Drive. But Lakeshore, I mean,
summer of 2020 is already a bust. I mean, it's just like
they haven't canceled Lollapalooza yet, but they're going to.
Oh yeah.
There's no way they're having this.
I mean, I said last time they canceled the entire Hollywood Bowl season this year, the first time in 100 years. And and it's like I said before, when everything starts opening up again, it's like there's minimal restrictions. What, you're allowed 2 tables, so you can wait on 2 people at a time. Again, concerts, shows, restaurants, bars, they make money by volume, not by minimal, okay, because that's why people close in the first place, because they don't have enough customers or clientele. So it's just, everything's limited, and it's just like, I'm going out of my mind. I miss my friends, I miss my life, and it's just like, I'll be sitting around and I'm like, how much TV can you watch? How much weight gain on your ass can you gain? But just sitting there and sitting there and sitting there. And it's like, okay, it's a good time to go for walks in nature, great. But when it's raining or it's bad weather and you can't do it and you're just locked in, and it's just like, it feels like, I don't know. It's just.
They arrested 55 people last night. To reduce violence on the west side. That's just the west side. 55 people for weapons charges and things like that, robbery and other criminal offenses. Police said that illegal drugs and guns were seized during the operation in the 11th district. No, that's just one district.
But again,
think about the south side.
It's just people are getting really just out of, they've had it, and like today, even when I was coming here, I told you there was like a lot of motorcycles on the road, a lot of people out. I didn't even see anyone wearing masks. Like, people are just out and just like starting to be like, okay, like new normal or not. Like,
and that pisses me off because I'm like, I biked early yesterday. I got out of here about 9:30, ran some errands up on the Edgewater, Andersonville area. Got another pepper plant, so I got my garden going. I got some, fresh produce at Edgewater Produce, and then I went to Jewel and got some fruit. But I'm not seeing, I was so pissed that people aren't, I'm wearing my mask. I'm wearing it on a bike. You know how much that sucks? Mm-hmm. Biking, and you're fogging up your glasses. Mm-hmm. And I've got plenty of masks now. I got, Brad brought some last week. I bought some last week at Walgreens, and I've got the ones I ordered online. So you can buy gloves now. You can buy wipes. That shit's all available, but you can't ride your bike on the lakeshore.
Well, and then this is a new study, and I don't know if you've heard about this, but the new study meaning that in the sunlight kills it.
Right.
And we're getting ready to go full on summer. I get cold and flu season every year when it comes winter. But it's going to be full on summer, and it's just like sweating and then trying to wear these masks and trying to protect yourselves. I get it, but at the same time, it's like, what? So we're going to have to sweat it out for the rest of the year until further notice. Just, and then there's still talks of, 2021 to 2022 with music and stuff, like a year. Uh-oh.
No.
Who is that? No?
That was just,
Oh.
Yep.
So, Yeah, so basically it's like, and that's what the thing of it is that we just keep talking about this and we're still frustrated about everything that's going on. And it's just like, can we get a break? Like, can we just start, making proper planning and opening up the states, more states and figuring it out? But see, then this is where the country has become divided, not only with like politics, but with the opening, because a lot of people are still in fear about this. And yes, we do have to take precautions. We do have to be mindful of things. But a lot of people are divided as far as like vaccination, non-vaccination, opening, not opening, because a lot of people are like, oh my God, people are going out and they're doing things and they're not wearing their masks. Oh my God, you're a horrible person. And then other people are like, hey, I just want to get on with it.
Fight.
Yeah, so again, we are a divided country once again about what's right and what's wrong, and I guess it's, to each its own, but, we should also, I don't know, Alex, because that's the thing. It's very controversial speaking about this because, like I said, everyone has their opinion on when we should open and not, and masks or not masks, and what precautions and not precautions. So again, there are points to valid on each sides, but for myself, it's just, I just personally want to get back to it. I want to get back to life. I want to lose the weight. I want to work out. I want to go to the gym. Hey, I want to go get a pedicure, manicure, like whatever. And I know that's a little like pretentious considering like, what other people are going through, but I just want to feel alive again and, go out to the restaurant, have a drink, go out for some margaritas and some tacos, just like our last show, or our first and last show when we were able to get any kind of like
we
Mexican
went and
food,
ate out at a nice restaurant. And then as we're there, that's when the alerts came that governor's shutting them all down. Mm-hmm. That place was pretty busy.
Yeah, it was. I mean, people were still, and it's like I said, too, and what you said about the numbers, because there's still a lot of people who have been ill and having deaths because of other illnesses not based on COVID, and then them tying it in, and we just don't know. Yeah. We're in the dark right now, and we're based on a regime of, like, what they're trying to do as far as their strategies, and I don't know. I just see more and more people just being like, whatever.
You mentioned that sick of TV. I mean, I'm fucking sick of it, and I've got all these options, but usually this time of year, I never watch TV.
Yeah.
I'll watch an hour before I go to bed. I'm usually biking, and then I'm active. Mm-hmm. I'm doing something outside. And this time of year, I watch an hour because it winds me down before I go to sleep because I'm so hyper. But anyway, on a good note, our executive producer, Too Dark, released his new CD with his band Nadjia. And I surprisingly found it in the mail yesterday. Cool. And look at this. Now, he addressed it. It's called 7 Ends 13. Martin Atkins plays on it.
Oh, awesome.
Adoration Destroyed did a remix of a song.
Oh, Aaron.
And so, but the mailing label, look what it says here. Read this.
Ketchup Lovers Anonymous?
Alexander Ketchup Lovers Anonymous.
What is that?
Because I hate ketchup.
Really?
And he likes fucking with, I won't have it in my house.
Really? Is it you just hate the taste of it, or is like what's your thing?
It's for kids. Have it after you're 12. Ketchup. Salsa. And hot sauce. So he sent me a nice card, handwritten, silver on black. So that's nice, and we're gonna have him on the show next week. And
CD.
That's a CD. And right now we're gonna play a song and a video that we played on one of our earliest shows. And this is his band Nadjia, and this song is Devil in Disguise, and you're listening to the MK Ultrasound podcast.
one simple decision that'll change your life forever.
Forever down this muddy road, the moon's always at my back. My feet are dragging, I forgot how to attack. The bitter wind keeps it blowing down the road. I lost myself, I lost control.
What if I told you that I have the cataclysmic power to do anything and everything you always dreamed of?
Devil in disguise got me on my knees. Won't listen to my prayer, won't hear my pleas. Your evil ways, your evil words, spoke forever, was never. Devil in disguise, devil in the sky, devil in disguise, devil in the sky.
There you have it. Too Dark Mark, his band Nadjia, out of Baton Rouge, and they started out as an industrial band.
Really?
Yep, I've seen him perform. He flew me down there for an event, and he played. And then he took me on a wild car ride with his new Mercedes he had at the time.
I'm
And,
ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready to go down to New Orleans, right? I
Oh,
mean,
God.
I'm just like anywhere. Just please take
and you
me
know how
away.
you know how
somewhere.
swampy and humid it is down there right now.
Yeah.
Fuck it, anything's better than this shit.
Right.
Las Vegas is open.
Right.
Did you see the Ozarks? There's people partying in the Ozarks.
No.
Yeah, in the lakes, like all kinds of parties. And that made big news today. And downstate. Oh, okay. Here we go. I just got this alert on Twitter from Jabba. Downstate judge blasts Pritzker stay-at-home order. Americans don't get ruled. And I said it a few weeks ago. This is the first time healthy people have been put on quarantine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that just doesn't happen. But I don't know. I don't even know what to say about it. I'm done. I got this thing yesterday. There's a new show coming out called on Fox, a reality show called Labor of Love, where 15 men will compete to impregnate a 40-year-old woman. How low?
crazy is that?
How low can you go?
Wow.
You got Teen Mom, you got 16 and Pregnant, you got The Bachelor, then there's this. And it's just nasty. And I mean, they are competing to knock this woman up. It's just nasty. Oh, Labor of Love is a dating show where the prize is a real-life flesh and blood baby.
I just can't.
The entire show exists to help one woman choose a candidate to impregnate her.
I don't know.
It's a mating show, not a dating show.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, that's
man.
terrible. I mean, what have we gotten ourselves into? It's like, it's
Look at
so
Cassie's-
bad.
Cassie's
so
face.
bad.
Cassie wants to vomit.
Yeah, me too. That's, ugh. I mean, reality shows are kind
Trash.
of like, they're trashy.
Trash.
I mean, so it's bad enough that we're going through our whole lives right now is one big reality show right now. Seriously, with the commercials, what's going on with, the state of the nation. I mean, even like when I turned on Saturday Night Live last night, they're doing all these Zoom podcasts, Conan O'Brien, all these talk shows. Everything's like all based upon, like at home, camera work, whatever, video chat. And it's just, I don't know.
Fred Willard died last week, and I guess they showed an episode
terrible.
from the 70s where he was the host of SNL and Devo was the musical guest.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's and Devo posted it too, and I've seen it all over the web. I want to play another song because this is going to be a shorter show.
Yeah.
Because Nick Huffman is missing in action.
Nick Huffman,
maybe
MIA.
they heard him like chew out the governor, and that's what he was going to do yesterday, and he got arrested or something.
No, let's hope not.
Nick's just the greatest guest, and I was really hoping to have him on. Well, we're going to play a song. It's another song from the band Pink Stink Rails, my friends, Danny Lee Hill and Tycoon. Ty sings lead vocals on this one.
Okay.
And she was the co-host for the show before you came on. And there's no ill will. I mean, she just wasn't into it, and I can't blame her. I mean, it wasn't her thing. It just started getting, strained there at the end, and then you came to town. So, but she does a wonderful job singing. She's a great vocalist. She sang with Ministry. And this is In the Night from Pink Stink Rails, and you're listening to the MK Ultrasound podcast. On MK Ultrasound. Danny Lee Hill used to play in I Love Rich.
Really?
And before that, he was in a band with Dave Horniak and Paul Kelvington called Not the Roses. You might remember them. They were Guns N' Roses tribute band from Chicago that had a hot minute. Danny played the Slash role. And then, of course, you could hear the Kiss influence in his playing. But what's her vocals reminds me of somebody. I can't narrow it down. Who did she sound like to you?
God, that's
right. It's so
it's like one of those stumped questions, right? It's punk rock genre, like I don't know.
Great voice though. I got to see him live. Again, that was another thing I got to do before this fucking shit hit the fan. Was see that.
Alex, and that's the thing too. I was coming back, and I was.
Oh, you went out.
I wanted.
You went to Debonair, and you had a good time. You saw a bunch of old friends.
Yeah. I went out, and I got to see. Some friends and have a few drinks, and it was just like, wow, blast from the past, like reunited, and some DJs and people, and just like, And I was just really looking forward to the summer and doing things in like old Chicago. And like I said, checking out all the old haunts that still exist, that are,
Not
cool.
many.
And it's just, our scene is like a dying art right now.
Yeah.
Of everything, whether
Mark,
it's music, whether it's venues, places to go, things to do. It's just
Mark did that
wow.
big story on industrial. It hit the Friday before the shit hit the fan, and he and Angela did it, and predicting this is going to be a great year for industrial, with Nails being inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the big Rammstein tour, the Ministry Frontline Assembly tour.
And then they had the Motley Crue Poison Joan Jett tour that was coming up. And
Guns N' Roses canceled theirs. The Crue thing didn't cancel yet, but Guns N' Roses canceled till next year. I mean, there's not going to be fucking Lollapalooza. There's not going to be Riot Fest. It's not happening. Not in this city. Everywhere
and I was
else,
looking forward to that too.
Right,
I wanted
it's a
to
good
come
time.
back for Riot Fest, and like, I just was looking forward to summer and just everything. And man, I tell you what, I just like, can we get it together? And then that's a frustrating thing about all these starts and stops too. It's like, can Illinois open up already? It's like, is it me, or is it just like heavy Democratic states?
it's Democratic states, yeah. And then California is fucked.
I don't see.
LA is just.
I don't know how they're going to recover.
No.
I mean, musicians, tattoo artists, bartenders, anybody in the industry.
Bartenders are going to suffer.
And then
bands.
And then also productions, movies, things like that.
Oh,
like
they put off all the movies. Like,
how are they going to do that?
They delayed all them. Oh yeah, there's no shoot. They haven't finished shooting The Walking Dead this current season yet.
Yeah.
Other movies put on hold, and the movies that were supposed to come out this summer are pushed to the end of the year and into next year. So, no, what I was looking forward to was Black Widow and the James Bond movies. And that's like after fucking Thanksgiving now.
Wow.
Fuck.
What are we going to do? We're running out of shows. We're running out of TV. We're running out of, losing weight.
Well, you know what? Here's one thing you can do is get the fuck out of bed.
Every great day starts with a cup of Get the Fuck Out of Bed coffee from Martin Atkins and Dark Matter Coffee. Go to darkmattercoffee.com. Look for the big red logo that says Get the Fuck Out of Bed. America runs on damage, and it all starts with a cup of Get the Fuck Out of Bed coffee. There are 10 commandments and there are 7 deadly sins, but there is only one MK Ultra Magazine. Visit us daily online at www.mkultramagazine.com for entertainment news, reviews, and interviews. mkultramagazine.com, home of Alexander's Diary of a Damned Man. That's mkultramagazine.com.
Now it's time for some trivia regarding the hottest band in the world, Kiss! Now we're starting to take precautions moving forward of not asking me the same one. So when you're done reading these, put them over here. I've got the other stack here.
Okay, Alex. Dun, 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 dun. Which Kiss album cover features Japanese characters?
Hotter Than Hell.
All right, we win.
You know
this
what?
One. Yes.
That was the only thing that my real birth mother ever bought me, was that album. And I still have it. Okay. All right.
All right. So, which original Kiss member spent a year living in England before joining Kiss?
Oh, man. I was in England. I couldn't. Ace was too poor. Paul?
Peter Criss.
Fucking God. You know, I don't even think about that guy. Yeah.
Okay, ready? Here's a good one.
Okay.
What was the first Kiss album called?
Kiss.
Yes.
Fucking.
That one wasn't difficult.
Want a killer look without breaking your wallet? Try Killer Beards. All beard products are made with natural ingredients to stop beard dandruff and itching before it starts while giving you a smooth, silky beard that smells amazing. Choose from 5 amazing scents that will have everyone saying, "Wow, that's a killer beard and it sure does smell good." Also available are shampoo and bars of rough cut soap. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Etsy at etsy.com/shop/Killer Beards. That's Killer Beards. Use the discount code MKUltra20 for 20% off. That's MKUltra20.
And I really hope Nick's all right.
Yeah, Nick.
This is not like him. He likes doing this show, and we like having him on. And then, we were gearing up to do another one of those live broadcasts from the Looney Bin, like we did last summer, which was just a whole of a lot of fun, except for I lost Ty. I don't know how she disappeared for a couple days, stayed down there. And
this week is the week of black #1 hair dye.
Oh yeah, so
I just did mine. My roots were coming in too.
Yeah,
I was like,
my beard and my sideburns need done badly.
Gray is another area.
After the show,
after
the show, we're gonna order some tacos, have a couple more margaritas, and she'll start my hair, and then I'm just gonna get drunk on the porch, man. Because that's all. My neighbors and I just look at each other. Hi,
how's it going? Yeah. So, we would have really liked to hear from Nick. We had a lot of interesting topics to discuss today.
I can't wait till we don't talk about this COVID
Yeah, exactly.
shit anymore.
And then that's the thing, too. Can it just be over so we can talk about rock and roll and the latest shows and what we're doing and what bars are opening and what kind of, events, we can, go forward,
I've got to take you across the street to Tack Quick when it opens. They've got an outdoor patio, which is rocking. It's Thai food, and it's some people have said it's the best they've had in the world. Kirst Mackey said that. So it's damn good Thai food. And plus, I just like going there, like hanging out.
Oh, and, something cheesy, too. I know this is, off topic, but they just did a remake of Valley Girl, the movie.
Stop!
And it's so terrible. I looked at the trailer, and the trailer was horrible.
This has to end.
Horrible. I was like, enough is enough. The original was broke the mold.
That kind of Valley Girl doesn't even exist anymore.
No.
From the original.
No, the original was so good with Nicolas Cage.
The
and
80s,
the soundtrack.
The
it
80s
was
movies, those coming of age films,
those
were a time of their
best.
own. Fast Times at Richmond High,
Yes.
Pretty in Pink.
Yep.
I mean, Breakfast Club. And even St. Elmo's Fire, although that was a little more adult, that just summed up the 80s. You can't recreate that.
No, and when I saw the trailer for it, I was like, no way.
I'm going to check that out.
No, it's horrible. Horrible. It is so bad. So I'm just like.
Cassie's has done a bang-up job. I haven't watched the new show yet. I just realized it was up when you got here. But it's up. And you did some new edits. You've been doing edits on the new edits on the show.
Go, Cassie.
But she did this, and her basement was flooded.
I know.
And she'd worked on the fucking
show.
show.
It's been awful.
So, yeah.
And we've got another week worth of horrible rain coming up, and it's just I feel like I'm in the Pacific Northwest right now.
You lived there, right? Oregon?
Well, yeah. And then actually I just heard some news. They are having issues with this whole unemployment thing, I guess, because in Washington State, there was a whole bunch of people committing fraud for, the unemployment benefits. So they had, all these, everything.
I'm sure there's a lot of that going on.
Man, it's just but enough is enough already. Again, I can't wait till we can't talk about this anymore. We're just talking about, shows, live podcasts,
Well, next week we'll talk to Mark. Maybe we'll do a midweek show if we can get Nick and then have you back on in the middle of the week.
And you know what? A shout out to Ilker, too, because he wasn't feeling good.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
And I hit him up. And hopefully you're doing okay, Ilker. We send you lots of love and healing.
Yeah, man.
Get well soon, please. We got you.
That's a wrap, everybody. It's a short show. Last week was 45 minutes. This is 34, but we'll and I played 2 songs. So everybody, your supporters, thanks for listening.
Yes,
check
thank you
us
so
out
much.
on YouTube and on SoundCloud, and please like us and follow us and subscribe. It's free, and you're helping us out if you do that.
Thank you so much.
We need the hits. We get the traffic. We just don't see the hits because people aren't subscribing and following. So please do, and like us. And we'll talk to you in maybe midweek for sure next Sunday. Thanks for listening.
From the north end of the Mississippi River in Chicago, Illinois, to the south end in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, you've been listening to the MK Ultrasound podcast with your host, Alexander, with our special videographer, Cassandra Belazik, and I'm your executive producer, Too Dark. Tune in for the next episode to see exactly what's going to happen next. You've been listening to the MK Ultrasound podcast.